We are live. What is going on, all you jokers? I don't even know how many people we got. What's up, Whack? You're still here? Top Chew, good to see you. Ludwig, we're just messing around, bro. It's not serious. You talking about the AI? The the thumbnail? The thumbnail's a joke. It's just I didn't really know what to make. So Split Earth, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up, Tight Crusher? We are live. We got Korean guy. What's up, buddy? What's up? How are y'all doing? Roxy Boxy, good to see you. Hope you're having a great freaking week. Who's ready for the weekend? You guys having a good weekend? We excited for the melt up? Drunk, good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week. Hopefully all the business is doing well. All right, let's see. Is this the real deal? Is this the real deal? It looks like it's the real deal. Tight Crusher, yo, yo, yo. Must be Friday. Yes, sir. What's up, Lambo? Hey, Lambo, I saw your message or your comment on the video. Are you talking about Game Nerds? Because Game Nerds, they are up for $110. I can't remember what that other place is called. What's that other place called? Let me see what Flipside's doing real quick. Sorry, guys. Apparently, Pow World. The second set is up. Not nearly as good of a deal as you could have gotten beforehand, but apparently it is up. Let me see. Power World, Legends Awaken, BPO2 sold out on there. Let's check out Gamers Guild, and then we will get into whatever y'all want to get into tonight. It's been an interesting week. Y'all see all those Mews that's going on? Apparently there's 4, which makes sense when you think about it, because it's red, blue, green, and yellow. I'm pretty sure, Brandon, you talked about that, right? Didn't you mention that to me in one of our texts? Okay, yeah. If you guys want, you can pick up Power World, Legends Awaken, the next greatest set to come out, for $109 on Game Nerds. I will drop it in the chat for anybody who might potentially want to pick it up. I wouldn't pick it up, to be honest with you, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay, I'm off to nap for a target drop. I don't know. Good luck, buddy. Good luck with that target drop. Heard it was an absolute shit show. 2,500 singles in 2,500 in singles today. There you go, bro. Hey, you're making an honest living, though. You're making an honest living for sure. I got one more now. I'm chilling. I've only got 3, man. I've only got 3. You signed up for me, right? Yes, I signed up for you. Yes. I'm going to sell it too. What's up, Toy? Toy R? How are you, buddy? It's been a while. It has been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. You enjoying the Pokemon market right now? What's going on with it? You moving into anything else? I just watched the Lorecast talking about Lorcana. I won't bore you guys with Lorcana, but interesting stuff. Everybody's making moves, man. Making moves. Walmart Marketplace finally selling Power World TCG. I did hear about that. Yep, sir. You're good, bro. I don't know anything about Riftbound, so if I get it, we'll work something out. The 30th Mew is trash. Let me see if I can find it. Where would I find it on? I know Jay, he was doing in one of his lives, he was showing it off. But apparently there was a yellow one that I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, here's what I'll say about it. Anon deserves his flowers. I don't care if it's Q3, Q1. Like, the man knows some things, right? He's got some insider information. A lot of these people have insider information, like the whole Diamond and Pearl. If you guys haven't heard about Diamond and Pearl, that's going to be our 7.5. That's going to be coming out. When is it coming out? Is it August? August next year? is the 7.5 Diamond and Pearl set. Apparently, that's been confirmed and people have seen it and whatever. But he only said there was three. He said there was red, blue, and green, which they look like dog shit. Honestly, I prefer the green and the red one. No, is it the green red one? Yeah, I prefer the green and the red one over the blue one. But there, if I pull one, I'm selling it. I'm selling it real quick, and I'm not going to care about it whatsoever. Like I think it's trash. It's going to be very interesting to see how much people pay for them because I don't care. I get there's a whole rarity scarcity thing, right? We did the whole. I don't know if you guys saw the black and white video that I did yesterday. Didn't do too well, which is fine. I don't really care. But the black and white, it's scarce and rare compared to ultra modern. So I don't know. Will there be a market for it? Yes. Do I think it's extremely stupid? Yes. Do rich people have a lot of money to blow? Sure. I guess so. Right. But I fucking hate those cards. I think they're trash. I can't find it. Well, I guess we'll take a look at the Pikachus. I think PokeBeach did an article. The Pikachus, man, they did a good job with the Pikachus. They're really freaking cute. I like them. Yeah, exactly. Split. I didn't even see your comment. Yeah, dude, we're gonna take a look at the Pikachus. They're really good. My Pookimoot. Dude, I keep saying it on Facebook. I keep seeing Pookimoot on Facebook, but dude, I just can't. I can't. I still got to get perfect order. Destined rivals. Some people are already getting their Destined rivals booster boxes and ETBs. You know, I just got to be super selective with what's going on. Then, Black Ball, White Flare, Phantasmal Flames, one of my LGSs. So we'll go ahead and I'll say this real quick. This is one of my LGSs. It's about an hour or two away from me. Let me pull up what they're getting. And I know that some other LGSs, I'm not going to say who, but I know some other LGSs are getting some of this product as well. Now it's more of a restock, not a reprint. So don't get all excited. But wherever these distros either found this or bought this from, there's some old stuff. Charizard UPCs, Mega Venusaur EX boxes, Blooming Waters, Mask of Ogerpon Premium Collections, Mega Evolution Booster Bundles, Mega Evolution Booster Boxes, Phantasmal Flames Sleep Packs, Ascended Heroes Bundles, Ascended Heroes ETBs, Phantasmal Flames Booster Boxes, Phantasmal Flames ETBs, Prismatic Bundles, Prismatic SPCs, Surging Sparks Sleep Packs, Surging Sparks ETBs, and Journey Together Sleeved Packs. So where's all this product coming from? We've been going through a drought, and all of a sudden there's all this product showing up. But yeah, Destined Rivals still $430 on its way down. I think it'll go sub 4. I'm really looking at like the 350 range for that, and then SPCs, man, Prismatic Evolutions SPCs, Mega Evolutions. I mean, there's just so much. There's so much freaking going on, and then Black Bolt White Flare, absolutely so much going on. The 30th Muse dog shit, bro. It's so bad. Gold cards are 10 times better. I don't care. Yeah, dude, and it's interesting because gold cards. I know gold cards are a little bit harder to pull, right? Not harder to pull, but they're like one. They're like 1 in 1,000, 1 in 1,500, 1 in 2,000, depending on the set and the gold card that you're going for. If these are 1 in 10,000, I mean, I don't know, man. I just struggle with the concept when it comes to that about if they're ass, they're still ass. And like a lot of these gold cards, we can take a look at the gold cards, but a lot of these gold cards, they're 150, 170, 200. Like they're not holding strong for rare cards. You know what I'm saying? Now, eventually that can always change, but short term, I mean, it does like when people are like, oh, this Mew is going to be $10,000, $20,000. I just don't know, man. I just really don't know. You love the gold cards. I know Inept, he loves the gold cards. I know Lambo, when he was making content, he was a huge fan of the gold cards. I think he still loves the gold cards. Long term, they could do great, but it's just, again, for how rare they are, they're just not holding value. You have SIRs that are easier to pull that are 10 times the price of the gold cards. So, what's up, Ice the BB? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, bro, for sure. If I get it, I don't care. I'll hook you up. Fire sale. Absolutely. The Pikas are so epic. Yeah, let's pull up the Pikas for sure. I just need the Pika sticking his cheeks in between his. Dude, there are some really good freaking Pikachus. Pokemon has been holding back, creating false scarcity. Yeah, bro, you know it. You know it. We've been preaching it for a while. We lost the faith for a little bit, and some of us are still kind of believing in the boom, right? We still think we're going to keep on booming next year and even into Winds and Waves. Winds and Waves is very interesting. I want to talk to you guys about Winds and Waves real quick while I try to find Poke Beach with these Pikachus. So, Winds and Waves, right? It's coming out some probably early, what is it? It'll come out, the video game will come out like November, October, November of next of 2027. And then we'll get the first set probably in March of 2028. Typically, and I still think this to be the case, but typically with new generations, we get new Pokemon, and people are not fans of new Pokemon. However, if you guys don't know this, Winds and Waves is supposed to be coming out with 300 Pokemon on release, but they're not all new Pokemon. They're different forms, different origins. Does that do something different? Does that make it where people are excited for a new gen? There's more relatability to the new gen because I know there's supposed to be an Onyx that apparently I think can swim and it has like ice or something on its back. I mean, don't get it twisted. I still think we're going to go into a bear market, but I am curious to see what you guys think about if we get, for example, a Raichu, like a surfing Raichu, but it's a different form or different origin. Do people like that more or do they not? Is it the same play? I think history repeats itself, but it is something interesting to think about. You're not buying Pokemon above MSRP anymore. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. I'm I'm doing it a little bit. I'm a little well, I haven't done it so far, but I will. Like Destin Rivals booster boxes, even though I think they're going to go below, like into the 350s, maybe even 300. I do expect another reprint. I've preached this for a while, and other bigger people have started to say the same thing. Pokemon wants, when there's stuff in rotation in the reprint window, they want it to be close to MSRP. Now, yeah, it may fluctuate 10, 20%, you might, or even $20, right? You may have a booster box that instead of being 170, it's sitting at like 190, maybe 200, but they want it to be close. And I don't think that Destin Rival, I think it's going to get close. Don't get it wrong. I think we might see like 300s for Destin Rivals with this reprint, but I think it's going to go back up. So I do expect another reprint of Destin Rivals, especially if we go into a bear market. When we go into a bear market, I think if they hit another reprint sometime before 2028, like maybe late 2027, early 2028, like right before it goes out of rotation, I do expect that box to go into the 200s. Um, I'll be honest, I'm being very simple. I'm buying 3 boxes at some point. 350 is my ceiling. Anything below that, 350 or below, I'm going to get 3 boxes, pick them up, call it a day, and 3 ETBs. And that'll make 3 booster boxes, 4 ETBs. Journey Together, I need to at least get 1 box for the collection, maybe even 2. Surging Sparks, I think, is still a play. And then Black Ball White Flare, man. As soon as Black Ball White Flare hits, bro, it is I don't care. I don't care if UPCs come out. I'm going all in Black Ball White Flare as far as when it comes to like ETBs and bundles. Not these poster collections and stuff like that. Victini boxes, though, that's a little bit different. We get some more Victini boxes. I think that Victini box is fantastic. I think that promo is fantastic. Yes, you have a jumbo card, but it's still like that Victini promo is beautiful. So yeah, I'm a little wavering, and then SPCs as well. But it is interesting. We're still getting SPCs. People's flips collections. I've seen none of that for half a year. Yeah, dude. Like I said, drunk. I know. This is coming from a distro. This is not coming from somebody who's acquiring them. LGS wise, their distro is sending them this, and I have talked to other people that have LGSs or work for LGSs, and they are getting some of that stuff, like Blooming Waters, from distro as well. So I'm not saying it's a reprint. I don't know if maybe a store shut down or they had a lot of inventory. I have no idea where that's coming from, but there is confirmation that some people are getting them from distros. What is up, Rico? Good to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for coming by, checking out the live. Hopefully, you enjoy it. Like, how did they regional Pokemon? I'm not sure, man. It's. I've seen a couple of them. They're doing different. They're just doing different forms of them. Oh, how did they? I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about the winds and waves or you're talking about um distro. I have no idea. I'm still waiting on a fucking crystal onyx card. You'll be waiting a while, buddy. They do like onyx though. Onyx is actually we got one onyx, or is that a Steelix? I think it's a Steelix. We got a Steelix in Mega Evolution's base set. So onyx, Steelix, they're starting to go for it more. Or Delta species. I've heard the rumors of Delta species. It'll be interesting to see what they do. From what I've heard, it's different. Like it's regional because it's supposed to be in Asia. So they're kind of going like giving them a little of a, how do I say, an Asian twist, an Asian zing to it, just trying to give them a different form. But I still don't think it's going to be enough. I've been wanting the different types of Pokemon since Delta species. Yeah, bro. Apparently, like I said, there's an Onyx. I saw it. They had it in the water, and it had like these crystals, like fins, like shark fins, coming off the back of it. But they were translucent. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I do find it interesting. Of course, like I said, 300 different Pokemon forms, origins, new Pokemon. So a little bit different than what they traditionally do. Like Ball White Flare all day. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. If I was given an option for Black Ball White Flare over like 30th bundles, poster 10s, yep, exactly, bro. Exactly. SPCs for a while. I do too. And SPCs, let's go ahead. Let's pull up the winds and waves. Yeah, bro. I don't know. Like I said, it's just from all these data miners and stuff like that. They're finding all this information. They're able to pull up some of these Pokemon and show them off and what they're doing. Let's go ahead and look at these Pikachu's real quick, and then we will look at like SPCs, and we can look at. I mean, I just did a video on Black Ball White Flare, so there's really no reason to look at Black Ball White Flare. But we can look at Destined Rivals, Pitch Black, Perfect Order. We can look at whatever you want. So these are all the different Pikachu's. Pretty much your classic Pikachu. I love, guys. I don't know about you guys. Let me know. Do you guys like this 30th stamp down here in the middle? I wish they did that with all the cards. I know some of them they can't because they're illustration rares and SIRs, but I do like this 30th stamp down here, where the text is going. But still, pretty basic Pikachu. It's nostalgic though. We like the nostalgia. Another cute basic Pikachu with flowers. This guy, this guy looks like a naughty fucking Pikachu. He looks like he's about 2 inches away from showing you his dick. So I actually really like this Pikachu card. I think it's really funny. He's fat. I'm gonna call him the Dickachu. We got a sad Pikachu from So or Sao. Is it Sao or So? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm not a big artist person, to be honest with you, unless it's Dan Chow. But still, pretty cute Pikachu. I mean, they did a really good job. Even this one, Evil Pikachu. This reminds me of the Generations Pikachu with Jolteon. Who else is in there? It doesn't really matter. You already know what I'm talking about. The one that came as a promo, the Evil Pikachu, looking like it's about to murder your whole family. I like this card as well. So I wasn't excited for all these different Pikachus, but I'm very excited. I will complete this. I think that they're going to be very, very cheap very quickly. Absolutely love this Pikachu as well. Reminds me of the Scream promos that we got in Japanese with the Psyduck, the Eevee, Pikachu, all the different ones. Hopefully, you guys can't hear the moaning in the background. My wife is watching Game of Thrones. If you can, I apologize, but I really like this. When I first saw it, I liked it. This one, very simple, very cute, though. What do you guys think about this one? I don't. I mean, this one's derpy. I know a couple of you guys. Um, a couple of you guys like the derpy Pokemon, the derpy pictures. I'm not a huge fan of this, but it is extremely derpy looking. Here's this one. This might be the best one. I love this one. Just a fat little freaking Pikachu, bro. Face stuck in between the stairs. So Another classic, basic Pikachu. Can't go wrong with it though. This one's like old school. This is I don't know if you're still in here, Split Earth, but this reminds me of the what is it, Pokemon Snap that you were playing. This looks like a snap picture that somebody would have taken, obviously with much better graphics. But this is old school. I do like that quite a bit. Man, could you imagine if this was an illustration rare? What if we got an illustration rare of this? Very simplistic, but absolutely beautiful as well. There you go. Here you guys go. I'll give you a couple minutes with your Shinji Kanda. It is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I do like this actually. I'm not a huge fan of most Shinji, but I do like the flowers. So it is good. It is a good Pikachu. I think we're almost done. I don't like this one. Hidita? I don't know. Hidat, whatever their name is. Geometric Pikachu. Don't care anything for it. This one, it's okay. Akira, Komiya, Komea, whatever. It's okay. This one's really freaking good. This is the first time I've seen this one. All the different Pikachus. I really like that one. This one looks like it's actually real. It looks like it's jumping out at you. It looks real. Really like that one. Really cute Pikachu as well. Big old fat face. Derpy, not derpy looking. My daughter will like that one. And then we got two more. This one, I like this one as well. Looks like a painting. Can't complain about that. Realistic painting. You guys know I like the ultra realistic. And then we got Fat Boy Pikachu shoving his face full of a bunch of berries. So I'll leave that up for you guys. But yeah, they're pretty freaking good, honestly. I thought I was gonna pass on the Pikachus. There was a couple, like I said, the stairs one I saw. Um, there was a couple of them that I saw kind of in that collage that they did that looked cool, but the rest of them I was like, I don't care anything about these Pikachus. I think I'll collect them all. I really do. I don't think they're going to be very expensive. There'll be some that are probably like, I don't know, $10, maybe $10, like the Shinji Kanda, the Stairs Pikachu, probably the Dikachu. That'll probably be about $10, but regardless, they'll be relatively inexpensive at some point. And this might be the only thing I can actually master set from the 30th anniversary. I'm excited for it, though. I really am. It's Pikachu. That's right. We got LeChong in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Have not seen you in a minute. So hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for coming by. Is it Electabuzz? I need to pull it. It's okay. It's Electabuzz. Y'all told me. Wait. They don't have stamps on the pictures. I can get behind. Yeah, no, I love this right here. And from the English, from what I can tell, actually, I think so. I think that the stamp is down here as well for the English. I'm pretty sure. So, and I also love too. So all of this little pattern right down here, kind of these like circles. I think it's supposed to be a sun pattern. If you look at the certain angle, you don't see it, and then when you like mess with it with the lighting, you'll see them. So it's really cool. I really like that. It's the Bubble Mew artist, dude. What's up? The pointillism style is cool. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot for a lot of people. All the arts are sick. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of ones of each from Japan. That's probably the play. Honestly, the texturing. It looks like. Well, I don't know if there's texturing on them or not, but that'll probably be the play. We'll have to wait and see. I am going to be buying at least one Japanese box to keep sealed. May have to buy another box just to be able to open up some 30th anniversary. But I really think very quickly people are going to get bored of the 30th anniversary. I know there's this Mew chase that people are talking about. I get it. I understand. But dude, the hit rates for everything else besides the Mews, everything else seems really generous. Like freaking Crown Zenith levels, if not even better than Crown Zenith. I saw a guy, I put it in the Discord. I know a lot of you guys aren't in a lot of you guys actually are in the Discord. Some of you guys aren't. But this guy, he opened up a poster collection, 5 packs. He got 8 hits. Of course, 5 of them were Pikachus. But yeah, dude, every pack was an illustration rare, an EX, and then he even pulled the Gengar SIR. So I really think that all of these cards, the classic collection, the SIRs, the illustration rares, the Pikachus, I really think a lot of those cards are going to be relatively affordable. I know some people are like, the Lugia is never going to go below $100. The Magikarp's never going to go below $100. Yeah, I just don't believe it, man. I just don't. I'm sorry. I really don't. Yeah, they should. That's what they should have done. They should have made these all illustration rares for sure. Yeah, I mean, some of these artworks are really good. I'm happy with it. 30th would be truly unattainable if they didn't. 30th already unattainable right now. Right now. It's not going to stay that way forever. It's not. Meets legendary collections. Looks good. It does. It looks very good. What's up, the chef? Good to see you. Hopefully, you're having a great freaking week and you have a great weekend. Definitely ripping like 300 packs at market, and I don't even care. Hey, bro, if you just be financially responsible. Actually, don't. It's your life to live. But I would recommend being financially responsible. I think that I really truly do. I think that there will be tons of opportunities to rip this if you're patient at very affordable prices. I truly think I saw this the other day and it made me think about it. You know, all these targets, right? They've opened up. I don't know all these targets, but a lot of targets. You see them on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter or X. You see these targets that have come out with these TCG sections, you know, and there's just a plethora of products. You know, Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, SPCs, all kinds of stuff. Don't you guys find it a little weird that they did it before the 30th anniversary? I personally do. You know, because we've heard about Targets where the 25th they had to get more shelves, bring in more shelves for the 25th because there was so much product. And to be honest, I think they probably printed more for the 30th anniversary. I think people are going to be shocked on release day how much product is out there. And it's still going to be crazy. You're still going to have to fight people, right? To an extent. Don't get stabbed or shot over Pokemon. Who knows? I still think something bad's probably going to happen before all is said and done. But I really think in the next year or two, you're going to like this is going to be dead money, and you're going to be able to pick it up for relatively cheap and open it. You know, I remember 2 years after the 25th anniversary, which this is better than the 25th, but still, I remember for my son's, I think it was his birthday, we picked him up an ETB, we picked him up the lunch boxes, and we ordered off Amazon, and it was MSRP. Nobody cared. I'm pretty sure that third we printed pretty heavy. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. The same guy. He said somebody asked him in the Discord. They said the Charizard UPCs. You know, I've heard we're getting a bunch of the 30th UPCs compared to the Charizard UPCs, the Mega Charizard UPCs. Is it about the same? Because that's what you've been hearing from a lot of people. You've been hearing the comparison of one for one with the Charizard UPCs, the Mega Charizard ones, to the 30th UPCs. And he said he's getting way more of the 30th UPCs than he did of the Mega Charizard UPCs, which it was a lot. It was a lot. Those Charizard UPCs came out at 200, went all the way down to 120, sat at 120 for a while. You could go for multiple weeks and pick them up on Walmart day in, night out. Nobody cared about him after a couple of weeks. I know Pack Hype. Shout out to Pack Hype. He had them for sale at 120 on his shop, and nobody was picking them up. So yeah, I mean the 30th UPCs are really good promos, way better than the Mega Charizard promos. You know, with the Umbreon or Espeon, and then the day Pikachu, the night Pikachu. But I don't know, man. The I get people wanting to pay $400 from GameStop or GameScalp to secure their UPCs, at least a couple UPCs. But man, you know, I I just don't think that $400. I think eventually 400 will look like a deal, but short term, even middle term, I just don't. I think they're going to go below, man. I think they're going to go. I don't know. MSRP is 179. I don't know, bro. I see him like 200. I think people are going to get their faces ripped off on them. So it'll be scalped and botted like crazy. Yeah, sure. At least for a minute, it will be. Yep. At first, give it some time. Absolutely, Brandon. You already know, buddy. 300 packs at $5 is only 1,500. That's not bad for once in a lifetime 30th rip session. Yeah, but he said market. People are talking about $15, $20 a pack, even $10 a pack. So at $10 a pack, you're looking at what you said, 1,500, 3,000, 3,000. If that's what market is 10. But people are saying it's like way for people are talking about like 15, $20. So English, I hit on the Pokemon Center a couple times. Yep. So now don't get it twisted, guys. Let's go full cam for this for a second. 30th ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs. I'm not touching mine. I'm getting acrylic. I'm putting them bad boys in acrylic. But like the booster bundles that I'm getting, I'm gonna open them with my kids. I actually was talking to somebody. I can't remember. I think what we're gonna do is, I know it's not a lot, but it's something. I'm gonna open up 2 of the bundles with my kids, and then the other bundle I'm going to open with you guys during a live. I still got to figure out how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to talk to Pack Hype and see how he does his camera settings. And then I'm also going to try on the day of release to pick up an ETB, and we're going to go ahead and do an opening of the ETB with you guys as well. So we're going to do an opening here soon. I do actually open up Pokemon products. My Walmart, I went on Wednesday and they had a crap ton of Pitch Black. I actually saw Pitch Black ETBs. There was 4 of them. I saw the Hobbit collector packs. They had 20. It wasn't 20. I think it was like 16 of the Series 2 illustration boxes. I opened up one. I only bought one. I opened up one, and I can't remember who I pulled. It was Grookey. It was a Grookey, Sobble, and Score Bunny is what I pulled. My daughter has that already in her room, kept secret. So wasn't what I was wanting, but it's okay. I do open up some Pokemon from time to time. I have a very strong feeling that there's going to be a massive amount of UPCs. There will be, but there will also be a massive amount of people that are going to hold on to those UPCs. Like your Nostalgianomics, some other people that will not be named on this channel. There will be people that hold on to the UPCs. But yeah, dude, I think we're going to see something like the Charizard UPCs, the Mega Charizard UPCs. I just think there's a bunch out there. There's more of those UPCs than the Mega Charizard UPCs, and those went down to $120. So he's getting more allocations for the 30th than I have for any other set. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. I've been telling people that nobody wants to believe it, man. Everyone's still talking about this. I don't know. Here's what I'll say. Right, Destined Rivals. 100 almost. Well, it's like $120 for ETBs right now. They're gonna go at 100. They're gonna go probably below 100. 90, 95, 80, 85, whatever. Who cares, right? That is apparently the next Evolving Skies. That is the greatest set of the Scarlet and Violet era. 30th anniversary. If those ETBs can go for Destined Rivals can go to $100, we should see 30th anniversary ETBs go for way under $100. They have printed a mega shit ton of this product. So the packs only have 5 cards each. The products will fly off. They will fly off the shelves at first. Yes, sir. 100%. It's going to be insane. But I do think after a couple months, once everything's fully released, right? Because you got to take into account we're getting ETBs first. And then a couple weeks later, I think we get bundles. Then a couple weeks after that, we get UPCs. I mean, we're getting product all the way from middle of September to the beginning of December, which I think the last product is the 10s. I think after that, especially if we continue to get UPCs, we continue to get ETBs, we continue to get bundles, poster collections, whatever else is coming out, figure collections, Ditto collections, there's going to be products sitting on the shelves. I really, truly think. And then we go into the holiday season, and then Delta Rain comes out in the middle of November. People are going to be hyped about Delta Rain, the Rayquaza, the Raikou. No one cares about my Golisopod, which is fine. The Kyogre, the Groudon. So people are going to be, having to, or people are going to be going for that. People are going to be hyped about that. At that point, the 30th will have already been out roughly about 2 months. So people are, the rip and shippers are going to be going into Delta Rain a little bit more. And then we go in the holiday season. And if we get reprints, like Destined Rivals is supposed to be coming out sometime September, October. Some places already getting them, but that's kind of the crunch time is September, October. If we get more Black Bolt White Flare, we get some Mega Evolutions, we get some Journey Together, we get some um, more Prismatic, some Ascended Hero. I mean, who knows what they're going to be dropping? Phantasmal Flames. I think Pokemon has planned it out perfectly that there's going to be so much product coming out that people are going to have to pick and choose, and there's not enough. A lot of people, there's some people that are millionaires, they can do whatever they want, but a lot of people, they don't have the liquidity to do so, they don't have the money to do so, their credit cards are maxed out, damn near close to maxed out. They're going to have to pick and choose, and there's just going to be too much product coming out for people to be able to get their hands on everything, is what I believe. Love the Power Word Market Watch. I didn't know about TSPs until now. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. I didn't mean for it to be 35 minutes, but there's a lot to cover. So I appreciate you guys watching the Pokemon. Pokemon's doing terrible for me. As far as view wise, they're not doing good. One of my videos about I think you're being lied to, that's like almost at 200. The one before that about cards like singles and stuff like that, that one still is not at 100. The likes have been terrible. Comments have really kind of fallen off a cliff. So we're definitely in an interesting time, it is what it is. But then other people say that they're doing fantastic still. I wish I had my allocations already so I could comment on the pricing availability. Well, Drunk, you should have your allocations here soon, hopefully. And I will be very interested to hear your allocations, um, pricing, and all of that stuff as well. I'm very much looking forward to that. You like the angry Pikachu and the retro Tokyo? Yeah, there's a lot of good Pikachus in there. Yep. I think you said that, Thomas. Yep, your LGS is getting more allocations for the 30th than they have for any other set. We were supposed to open some Power World on stream too. Damn misprint, absolutely. But we will. We will at some point. Maybe in a year when they finally have they finally do a reprint. And it will be printed for a few years. We'll have to see about that, Brandon. That may not be actually true. I believe, if I remember correctly, they printed the 25th for a year afterwards, and then they actually officially made an announcement that they were done printing the 25th anniversary. So I do think that there's a shit ton of it out there, though, and I think they're going to continue to print. From what I've heard, they're the facility that prints the main sets. They are completely caught up. They are printing Delta Rain. They may print an absolute mega shit ton of Delta Rain, and that might. I know people are talking about like 250, 300, 220. That thing may take a fucking dumpster dive very quickly. Not at first, but very quickly. It might go to like MSRP, surprising a lot of people. I think Pokemon has been cooking. So Pitch Black is plentiful. It is super plentiful, man. Yeah. They had at my Walmart, they had probably 1,000 sleeved packs the other day. So I didn't go today, so I cannot confirm or deny, but there was a massive shit ton, and it did not look like people had bought them at all. Yeah, I don't know, man. Are there's more than twice as many 30th UPCs than the Charizard UPCs? The Mega Charizard? I know the old Charizard from Sword and Shield. Yeah, that was the case. Must be YouTube's update or something. Yeah, hopefully it's not my live. Hopefully I'm looking crisp and sounding crisp, or as crisp as I can. Destined Rivals is very boring to rip. I agree 100%, but people love it. It's going to be really interesting to see it with Destined Rivals. I am of the belief that not a lot of people actually like Destined Rivals. They don't think it's a good set. They actually like Destined Rivals because of how much it was and how quickly it climbed. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get booster boxes down to low 300s. How quickly do they climb back up? Because there's been a lot of people that have been talking a big game and saying that they hope Destin Rivals gets a reprint, because if it does get a reprint, they're going to buy it all up and it's going to shoot back up like a rocket ship. I don't think that's going to be the case. So, and most people will want both UPCs. Absolutely. Yep. 100% they will. So the 30th will be harder to get than the Zard UPC. Short term. Short term, I think so. The SP on number and UPC as a set are printed in lower number than the Charizard UPC. Anon confirmed that. Yeah, because they had to divide it into half, but I still think there's a lot out there. Kecleon looks great. Anon said more than, I don't know. Yeah, as a set total individually, there are more. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to wait and see. I believe it. I think they printed more, but you divide it in between two. But still, man, like I said, if Charizard UPCs came out, Mega Charizard UPCs came out at $200, people were buying them up, and then they dropped all the way to $120. I think, especially at $400, and people are comfortable at $400, I think that we are going to see. You have to remember, MSRP for the UPCs for the 30th are $179.99. So they're already almost at 200. If we can get anywhere, between, I don't know, man, like 250, 275, I will take that. I'll take that as a win. And who knows? They might even go lower than that. I mean, look at what's happening with the SBCs from Prismatic Evolutions, and who knows? Pokemon may not be done with the 30th anniversary as far as UPCs. They may print more of them. I'll tell you what though, there are some plays. If you listen to Anon, there are some plays on product for the 30th anniversary that was not printed a ton. They're not going to be your super desirables, but they're printed a fraction compared to like your UPCs, your ETBs, and your booster bundles. It seems like Pokemon really knew what people were going to want, and that's what they focused on and printed. Yep, a lot of people are going to want both for sure. Yeah, and not everyone is willing to drop $400 for them at MSRP. Yeah, well, they're not 400 at MSRP, but yeah, I get where I mean, they're 400 if you buy both of them. They're 200 a piece. 35 minutes is solid. Good gym video. I appreciate it, buddy. That's what it's about. I'm glad you like that. The demand will be higher than supply. The UPCs will never go below 250, probably higher. GameScalp has already set the floor at 400. I mean, but GameScalp was selling the Mega Charizard UPCs for 200 out the gate, and they went down to 120. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. We'll really have to wait and see. I don't think 400's the floor. I think that's insane if 400's the floor, to be honest with you. Well, we got Pablo in the house. We've also got Pablo in his secondary account saying, "What's up to FOMO?" Yeah, Pablo. But you also have not been uploading content. So you've been only doing lives for the most part. So a lot of your growth is from doing your Target and Walmart lives and stuff like that. It'll be very interesting to see in a bear market if your lives continue to pull 700, 500, 300 people per lives. Yeah. But hey, congratulations to you. I hope you continue to grow, and I hope that you reach 45,000 subscribers in the next year. Is a Barcelona fan. He can do no wrong. Viva Messi. I would be skeptical with the new facility for sure. I don't think Pokemon's going to print the 30th for years, though. That's the only thing. But I mean, they could. They absolutely could. There's a lot of things up in the air. Pokemon can announce 30th ETBs will be filled with only rocks, and I bet it would still sell out. Hell no, bro. I mean, honestly, probably. But yeah, bro, for sure. Like, I ain't buying no UP or ETBs with rocks. Get out of here. I know, Thomas. You do love DR. I do think it's the best ETB that we've got in a very long time. Yeah, Pablo, I saw it. I don't really care. It's not going to affect me. I'm never going to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I actually don't even know. I think I'm probably almost at 8,000 watch hours, to be honest with you. But it doesn't affect me. I know a bunch of people are losing their shit over it. Why do I care? Like, it's never going to be, I'm never going to be monetized. So I could care less, to be honest with you, about that. But I did see the 8,000 8,000 watch hours. Yeah, I'm at 8.9K watch hours. So like I'd be good. But it's again, I'm never gonna get monetized from it. So and I don't get any views either on my normal content at least. Let's see, you guys are talking about Pokemon. I need me a prismatic. Do you not have a single prismatic SPC? I believe that they got the facility to help with prioritizing 30th product, but I'm not that smart. No, Brandon, you are smart. I'm not trying to discredit you. Hopefully you're not taking it that way. Um, I do find it extremely ironic that a lot of these TCGs are saying that in 2027 they're going to be able to print a lot more than what they've been able to print in the last couple of years. So I think that facility is going to be up and running. I think it's already up and running. But I think like again, dude, I know people are trying to fight this and saying we're going to keep booming in 2027 with the new sets, and the back half is always the greatest. And I just think Pokemon is, I think they're showing us like, hey, we're not messing around, and 2027 is going to be the year of the bear market, which we saw during Sword and Shield, right? Sword and Shield back half, they dropped a bunch of reprints on us, and we went into Scarlet and Violet already in a bear market. And then we continued through that bear market into all the way till really like Twilight, and then Surging, and then Prismatic was like the ultimate catalyst. You believe they will go lower? Yeah, for sure, bro. They will go lower. You think MSRP in Canadian is around 290? Yeah. I know Canada's weird, so you can't not like Pablo. He's a good kid, a scalper. He is definitely a scalper. He tries. He does try. He's grinding. He's grinding during the summertime to get all those views. I hope so, Pablo. You've got like almost 4,000 subscribers, so I would hope that you can pull at least 1 to 2K. Grinding, sir. I'm loading up on Destiny TBs. Trust. You better be ready to hold for a couple years with dead money. Trust. Not taking that way with you. Okay, cool, for sure. 11 was buying 30. Just get Power World and Black Ball Wave Player. That's the play for sure, dude. That's the, yeah. Like I said, man, I'm not touching these poster collections. I have no desire for the poster collections. Maybe get a couple just to be able to open up some Black Ball White Player. Maybe get a God Pack. That wouldn't be too shabby. But I'm not like backing up the truck on them or anything like that. I'm really going to be waiting for those ETBs, maybe the heavy hitters. Those are supposed to be coming out at Best Buy on the same day as the UPCs that come out in what is it, November? Was it November 6th? Also the day of Delta Rain. So that's very interesting if they do that. But I'll probably pick up a couple of those. But really, it's going to be the ETBs, the UPCs. What's a scalper? That's true, bro. We got everybody's a scalper at this point. To be honest with you, it's just whether you're a short term or a long term scalper. No, bro, I'm good. I'm really honestly, to your cost is MSRP to under MSRP. If you know, you know. Yeah, I believe it. You got people suckered into giving you product that they get for MSRP, and you probably got some botters. So I believe it, bro. Um, I'm actually good on Black Ball White Flare, to be honest with you. I got the Zekrom and the Reshiram. I got the SIRs of them. So in Korean, which I'm perfectly content with. So it would just be, of course, if I get them in English, I'll absolutely be ecstatic. But other than that, man, I'm good. There's some good illustration rares, but um, I've got a couple of them. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. Is there anything specific that you guys want to take a look at? Because I'll tell you what. Let me check out this place real quick. What is it? Hills. wholesale. Let me make sure Hills still has this. I know Danny Phantom sold out of his um perfect order booster boxes the other day. All right, let's see. Yep. Okay, so it's still I just want to show you guys this. So I was looking on TCG Player. Pitch Black is currently going for almost 190 for a booster box. You can pick up Pitch Black booster box for 160 on Hills Wholesale Gaming. You can also pick up Perfect Order booster boxes at 160. Do they have Chaos Rising or did they sell out of Chaos Rising? Okay, it does not look like they have Chaos Rising anymore. But as far as Pitch Black and Perfect Order, 160. There's no reason to even be buying. Actually, that's favorite items back in stock. Surely they have Chaos Rising, right? Where's Pokemon on here? Anyways, there ain't no reason to be buying them off of TCG Player at those prices. Let's see, Chaos. They've also got some 30th anniversary here. You got some poster collections, 6 collections for 379. I ain't got no idea what that's going out for. 170 for a case, which is ridiculous. Let's see if they got. Yeah, so Chaos Rising is sold out. The booster boxes are sold out of Chaos Rising. Not surprised, but yeah, there's no reason to be paying like 190 for Pitch Black when you can pick it up for $60. Or sorry, not $160. I'm still surprised that you pulled the Umbreon. Yeah, dude, and I freaking sold the Umbreon. What a joke! What a joke I am. That's why y'all should never listen to anything I say. If somehow you don't get a 30th ETB, I got you for whatever I paid for it. Yeah, man. No, I'll get one. I'm gonna go to Best Buy the day that the 30th ETBs come out, and I'm just gonna get one, and then I'll go to Walmart and see what Walmart has. And if I can get another one, then I'll open one with my kids. If not, we'll just do one on the channel. Y'all deserve it. So maybe who knows? Maybe we pull the freaking booger meal, the bloody booger meal, and y'all see me posted on eBay for $20,000. Your Umbreon is finally in the last stage of tag. Good luck with tag, bro. I sent off a year ago like 20 cards. Some of them I knew weren't going to get 10s, but man, they did me pretty rough. So I wish you nothing. Did you get it with the numbers, the all the way through 1,000, or did you just get it out of 10? You just need UPCs and you're done with the 30th. Well, then why did you pre-order like 30 ETBs? Like, I mean, they'll do fine eventually, but if you just wanted UPCs, you could have saved some money and just gotten some UPCs. Well, there you go. There you go, Pablo. Like I said, I hope you hold for a while, buddy, because they're gonna be some dead money for a while. Hills has great deals. They're getting at it. They're getting there. You're selling your Pitch Black booster boxes at 160. Hell yeah, bro. That's when you know the market's flooded. But it's crazy that people are still selling their booster boxes, for 160, and people are buying them. Like I said, Danny Phantom, he had his booster boxes up, and the last ones to go were perfect order, but they did not sell out like in a day. They sold out like I think he had perfect order up for a couple weeks before it sold out. Real quick, we'll just burn through this. My dad bought a Chaos Rising booster box for investment. The Greninja, got to get him an acrylic. Hey, shout out to your dad, bro. You know what? I don't care. I think Chaos Rising short term is going to do freaking great. Is it going to like blow your socks away? No. But is it going to do better than like Pitch Black? Maybe perfect order. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Greninja, very popular Pokemon, only going to continue to get more and more popular. Like I said, my kid, during XY, we got it. We were in Pokemon during XY. Greninja is like one of his favorites because of that. There's a lot of kids that came in during XY Ash's Greninja from the TV show and all that stuff, especially, back then with Ash's actual Greninja, the cards, Greninja is going to do very well. Very, very well. So cannot go wrong with Chaos Rising, especially at the price. Let's see what we got here. Bro, are you serious? 200. Well, that's zero sales. That's another zero sale for 199 with $19 shipping, 225. And the card's continuing to go down. I mean, people are buying them, right? There's roughly 45, 40 every single day. It says average daily sold is 5. Current quantity is 166. Like, guys, this card is going to be 150 bucks. I'm calling it right here. This card is going to be 150 bucks by the end of the year. The end of the year, if you want this card, we are going to see like what we used to see where the top chase, and this is the top chase. I know that people like the gold cards. Top chase SIR, 150 bucks. Do with that information as you see fit. I don't care. Gold card down 52% the last 3 months, 45% over the last month. I mean, just taking a freaking nosedive. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. You can pick it up for 170 bucks. This is a 1 in 1,000 card. No, I'm sorry, Pack Hype. You better sell that card right now, bro. You, you better you better sell that card, dude. Because that card, I'm telling you, man, that card's taking a fucking nosedive. It's getting more than a haircut. It's getting a buzz cut. Let me catch up on these comments up here. I'm in ETBs and UPCs. I'm done with ETBs now. Will only try to get more and attempt to cancel my GameStop. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how many you're comfortable getting, bro. I mean, you live in New York, so it's a little bit hustle and bustle, but you don't need you. Here's what I'll say: you don't need nearly as many of the ETBs as you got with the Pal World First Edition boxes. You went crazy in the paint with those. Greninja's a hit, absolutely, bro. You cannot go wrong with Greninja. Um, is going to do better than all the small sets, maybe depending on the amount of phantasmal booster boxes we. And that was I was talking to somebody. Was it Chew? I think I was talking to Chew about this because we were talking about like small sets and some. I can't remember, but I said, "Oh, we were talking about Ascended Heroes and Chaos Rising and like these super great sets that people say are great sets that are fine. They're good sets, but nothing crazy." And I told him, I said, these sets like booster boxes, they have a way higher ceiling than ETBs do. Like at some point, people are not going to want to pay 20, 30, $40,000 for 9 packs of an ETB, a normal ETB. Where with booster boxes, eventually at some point, it might take 45 years and you might be an old man on oxygen, but eventually these boxes will get rarer and scarcer and people will pay a certain price point because you get 36 packs, right? Um, we were just talking about that. And I told him, I said, well, what if they never reprint Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, Perfect Order? What if they don't because people don't care about them? I mean, these are the first sets that really truly went to MSRP. So what if these are technically like a short printed? I know they're not really short printed, but if they never get a reprint and we got these ripping shippers constantly ripping through these boxes, ripping through these packs, at some point they will dry up and there won't be a lot of them out there. I don't see a ton of people grabbing your Chaos Rising and your Perfect Order and Pitch Blacks and throwing them in the closets. So you never truly know. I think Phantasmal is going to be printed probably way more. Anyways, long story short, Phantasmal will be printed way more than Chaos Rising will because of what Phantasmal's done. Pokemon is going to hammer Phantasmal Flames just like they're going to hammer Destin Rivals with booster boxes and ETBs, try to get it down to a more affordable price. To be honest, I really don't see Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, Perfect Order. I don't see them going anywhere. I honestly, they'll probably sit around MSRP, maybe go down to like 130s, depending on how bad of a crash bear market we go into. They may go 100, but I don't see them going to 200, 250, 300 like we saw with Phantasmal Flames. I really, truly don't. So it'll be interesting to see what Pokemon does with that. The Darkrai should be 80. Darkrai will be an $80 SIR. Yeah, for sure. But still, like, I think by the end of the year, this card, like I said, I think 150 bucks is a pretty reasonable uh what's the word I want to say? I don't know. Yeah, reasonable thing to say. It's going to PSA. You love that card? Well, good, bro. If you love the card, then if it goes to $20, you can buy more of them. And then you got a whole binder full of them. So um, it's getting beheaded. A lot of cards are getting beheaded, bro. For real. Told you I do not believe in the Darkrai from the jump. I really like the Darkrai. Don't get it twisted. I really do like this Darkrai card. I wasn't. I mean, how much was this card? Was this card like not $500? Okay, it was 400. So yeah, I didn't love it at 400. I don't love it at $220. Um, 150. We're talking a little bit, but I'm not a true collector. I am going to wait and see how low this card can go, and then I'll pick up the card. If it goes to $100 and then it starts to climb and it goes to 110 overnight, then I'll pick it up at $110. Don't really care. Um, Pack hype, more content from the Poke Pablo. Had a first time customer, little girl, open up the Greninja in my shop today. I have not seen the Greninja. We'll go ahead and we'll look over at Chaos Rising. I have not seen the Greninja in person. Um, I still think that uh, Twilight Masquerade's Greninja is way better for me personally, is what I feel. But I've not seen it. I'm sure it's a very beautiful card. Like if you have a daughter, they will probably absolutely love this card. Pink, purples, blues, oranges. Like it is a beautiful card for what it is. But this is not the Greninja that I want. Yes, we got pack hype in the house. They didn't print much Stellar Crown either, and I believe in that set since it was in pre-release. Yeah, bro. And we'll look at Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown's doing very well, and I don't think they're going to reprint Stellar Crown either. They typically hammer the sets with the most expensive chase cards. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Did I get my package yet? No. You never gave me a tracking number, so I can't keep track of it. But no, I did not receive the package. But I will let you know about the My Little Pony. I'm sure my daughter will like it, to be honest with you. But yeah, dude, over the last 3 months, 62%. You love to see it. Most recent sales, $205. Let me ask, would you guys be willing to pay $150 for this card? The only reason, like you guys know this, we've talked about this 150 because that used to be, right? That used to be the top chase kind of ceiling that the cards would sit at. They would kind of flatline at that 150. So, this Greninja, obviously top chase. I'm not paying 150 for this card. For me, I would rather, man, I don't know. I think I would rather pick up the Darkrai at 150 than pick up this card. To me, this card is like a $60, $70 card in my opinion. But I just like the darker look better of the Darkrai. I know Greninja is a very popular Pokemon, but yeah, for me, I would have to switch places. Twilight Greninja is definitely better, but I still like Chaos. Oh, Chaos as a set, even Chaos as a set. I mean, if we look at Chaos, bro, Chaos beats, in my opinion, I think it beats Twilight. It really does. Now, Twilight's a bigger set. There's more inside of it. It's got more guts. But man, I think for me, as just looking at sets with the illustration rares, most of the illustration rares, some of these I don't care anything about. I prefer Chaos Rising over Twilight. I do. But I understand that that's dumb and that's very biased of me. I just think that they did a fantastic job with a lot of the illustration rares. The Dragalge, Floetta, I mean, sure, at $31 for the Floetta, we're so close. Let me make sure. Near mint. $31 for Floetta, $38 for the Mega Dragalge. We're so close. Like $15. $15 and I'll pick up this Mega Dragalge. I've already got it in Japanese. I paid like $20 for the card. But yeah, man, I just prefer this over Twilight. I was never a huge fan of Twilight, to be honest with you. I don't like the ogre pawns. I don't like the different mask. Man, it's Greninja for me, and that's about it. I sent you the tracking. Oh, you're good, bro. No, you're good. I don't think you sent me tracking last time, so I didn't worry about it. The Shroud of Fable promo Greninja. Yeah, dude, a lot of people say that. I think it's kind of torn between the Shrouded Fable. Shout out Shrouded Fable. I know Blood's not here, but Shrouded Fable, sleeper set of a generation. As far well, it's actually it sounds like it's getting more reprints. People are actually finding booster bundles, and I've heard that they're doing a booster bundle reprint for Shrouded Fable. So we'll see about ETBs. Maybe it's not. If they print more of Shrouded Fable, I'm going to back off of Shrouded Fable a little bit as far as it being like a Dragon Majesty situation. Um, but I'll also pick up like an ETB because it's going to be MSRP because people aren't going to care about Shrouded Fable. But yeah, really the appealing part of Shroud of Fable was how little of it was printed. You had like a Dragon Majesty situation. If they reprint this, not really so. But yeah, it seems like it's torn between Shrouded Fable and Twilight Masquerade Greninja. I think it's just like a personal preference. I do understand how Shrouded Fable is like very Japanese style, and people do like that, kind of like with the Raikou from Delta Rain. But for me, I just like the pose of the Greninja, and just like it is very colorful. For me, the Shroud of Fable promo is a little basic in color, but that's just again that's a personal preference. 120s, yep. So you guys are saying 120s for the Greninjas. I think that Perfect Order Meowth is a better card than what Chaos Rising. Nah, I mean, hey, you know what? Sorry, I don't mean to be offensive. Art is subjective, man. Well, let's go check out actually real quick. Let's go over to the sealed and then oh, why is it out of stock? Okay, dokie. Let's see. $64. We are dang near close, guys. Very close to MSRP sales volume. Not a ton of sales volume. There's 2,273 currently available. Still, impressive, right? 62 items sold over a 2-day period is not too shabby. It's just not enough to keep up with the amount, especially when we go into the 30th Delta Rain. And I'll tell you what, guys, I don't think a lot of people are going to. I don't think we're going to see a lot of these sets like Phantasmal Flames, Destined Rivals, Surging Sparks, Journey Together, Black Bolt, White Flare, anything like that. Mega Evolutions Base, Ascended Heroes, Prismatic Evolutions. I don't think we're going to see a lot of these sets climb. I think we're going to see a lot of sets stagnate and even go down some into the holiday season. I feel like people are going to really hyper focus on Destined Rivals booster boxes, Destined Rivals ETBs. They're going to focus on the 30th anniversary. They're going to focus on Delta Rain. So I really truly believe that, seeing these numbers, how little is being sold. I know it's still a lot, but how much is available of this? I think that the CTB is going to go to MSRP and will go under MSRP. I absolutely love this freaking ETB though. I think it is a beautiful ETB. And then we have Chaos Rising. Yeah, it's going back up to 190s, which is okay. I mean, there's 1,600 available, 120 being sold over a 2-day period. So I mean, pretty strong. I think people do like Chaos Rising, but yeah, 180. I'm good, bro. I'm good on 180. The most I pay is MSRP for that box. Let's check out Perfect Order. 169. Going freaking down. And I don't think it's over. We have almost 2,000 of these available. So let's see how many areas sold. Actually, the sales are actually better than Chaos Rising. So Perfect Order, though, going down, going to continue to go down. Let's see. Perfect Order, Pokemon Center ETBs are holding at about 120, which is about where they've been. They haven't really moved very much. And then, yeah, your normal Perfect Order Elite Trainer boxes are going for about the same price as Chaos Rising. Let's go ahead and check out the cards, see what the cards are doing. Impressive. Meowth is actually climbing some. No, is it? No, I'm full of shit. Okay, I'm full of shit. I thought this was under $100. Am I wrong? I thought this was $100 card. I guess not. Interesting. Okay. 128 for this card, bro. I'll be honest. I'd buy that card for 20 bucks. And even then, it'd be just a master set. I don't care anything for that card. Mega Zygarde, let's see what it's doing over the last month. Up 5% over the last month. So maybe people are starting to kind of appreciate this. It's Zygarde, man. It is a cool looking card. I know Annette pulled this card. It's down 27%. So it's not some of the worst ones that we've seen. Of course, it had a much lower ceiling than some of these other cards that have taken like massive dumps. Still almost crash over the last 3 months. This card's like 50 bucks. Megafable 53 holding very, very strong. Rose's Encouragement holding very strong as well. Only down about 20 bucks since the set came out after the first week or so. There is a ton of listings though. There's 190 listings for the Clefable, 197 listings for the Rose's Encouragement. Let's see how many people. 31 are being bought every 2 days. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I think a lot of this, as far as like Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, that's gonna be relatively affordable. I prefer the Greninja over Darkrai. The beauty of collecting. Yep, for sure, bro. Pitch Black is better than Perfect Order. Oh, so you put Chaos Rising at the bottom. Yeah, I know people that feel that way for sure. Three cards of Twilight. Yep, 100%, bro. You bought the Raikou? How much is the Raikou going for? I know it was going for 90. Is it going down some? 80 bucks. Not bad. We're getting there. 8 listings, one being sold daily. Yeah, bro. I really like this card. This card has to be like 60 bucks for me to pay it for it in Japanese. But I'm going to get that card. It's an absolutely beautiful card. Let's see, Kyogre's 23, Groudon's 19. That's my boy Kyogre. Way better freaking artwork than that Groudon, that poo-poo Groudon. You pulled the Enchanted Peter Pan from Wilds Unknown. There's no Enchanted Peter Pan from Wilds Unknown. You talking about Attack of the Vine? Reverse from me. Yeah, bro. I'm the same way. Chaos, perfect, and then pitch black. But hey, everybody, like I think Lechonk's he doesn't like Chaos Rising. Yeah, Pack, send me a picture. Sent it. Attack of the Vine, not Wild Zone. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Congratulations. That card's actually pretty cool. Oh, you sent me the tracking. Where'd you send me the picture? And you didn't send it in Discord, did you? Yeah. Pack, I don't know where you sent that picture. Um of the Peter Pan. But yeah, congratulations on that, bro. Enchanteds are not easy to pull. The way the Greninja has his arms crossed and is sitting all high and mighty with all the colors, it's just really, really well done. Yeah, it is for sure. Posted in the Discord general chat. Pack hype. I'd like to see it. In general. Okay. You reached out to Christopher today, bro, aka TCG Autopsy. Hey man, I'll watch it. I don't know. I think TCG Autopsy is just kind of full of himself, to be honest with you. Meowth has been in the 120s for a while now. Hey, at least it's holding at 120 though. If it's been at 120 for a while, I mean, let's take a look. It's been in the 120 since August 9th. So it says there's 8 being sold daily. It's about around 8. 366. It's really gonna just depend, man. I mean, I know people like this card. I know that they do. I just don't like it. It's a glorified full art. And if I want a glorified full art with texturing, why wouldn't I just pay like 10, 20 bucks for the card? But I'm not a huge fan of Meowth anyways. So yeah, I've heard that drunk. A lot of people have told me that it actually pops in person. I don't know. Like I said, man, I personally cannot get over the fact that it looks like a glorified full art with texturing. So for me, there's way if I'm going to pay 128 bucks or 137 bucks for the card, there are other cards I'd rather buy the Raikou. for that price. You know, it's just for me. But artwork is obviously subjective to everybody. So there's cards that I like that I would pay a arm and a leg for, and other people are like, get out of here, bro. Like I wouldn't pay $20 for that card. That's the beautiful thing about collecting. It's like there's cards in Pal World that I would pay $200 for, and some of you guys, I'm sure, would say you're going to pay $200 for that AI slop. Yeah, to each its own, right? It's the way it works. Yeah, super competitive is going to help, but I don't know how many people are going to bling out their decks to be able to play with that card. Competitive play, then it has. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Once it becomes out of rotation, I don't think it's going to hold over $100. I really don't. I think maybe it's like because it's an SIR and people say it's Gen 1, it's got that Gen 1 tax to it. Maybe like $60, but in a bear market, man, I don't think anyone's going to be thinking about it. I really don't. Um, I think it could go low, like $20. Perfect pitch chaos for you. The Meowth to you is the best card in all three sets. Great thing about collecting. There's always something for all of us. Absolutely. Shout out Vegan Pop Tart. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Yeah. Hey, that's the beautiful thing. Like obviously, perfect example, right? We're gonna take a look at this Gengar. People have paid 15, 16, $1,700 for this card. I wouldn't pay more than 200 for it. And honestly, that would be during tax time where I got a bunch of money back. I know it's Gengar. I know it's got the Gengar tax, and it'll do very well long term. It's from my boy Dan Chow, my new as long as they don't keep coming out with this garbage, my new favorite artist. But yeah, I'm not paying more than $200 for this card. I'm just not. Trikachu, right? Almost under 1,000. Who would have thought that? Down 16% in the last 3 months. People paid 12, 13, 14, 15, 1,500 for this raw card, ultra modern. I wouldn't pay more than $100 for this card, in all honesty. There's way better cards I would rather honestly, I would rather pay $150 for this Pikachu than I would pay $100 for the Trikachu. I like the Derpychu better than the Trikachu. I just do. I love Mega for Alligator, but I'm not paying more than $20 for this card because I can't stand what they did with this card. They gave him some ugly ass nails, made his hands big as shit, and then they did the bullshit, attacking action pose where they made it freaking, like Florida Gator colors, and I love the Florida Gators, but some ugly ass green and some orange. I just hate it. I do. I wouldn't pay more than $20 for this card. It's the way it is. That's why I said the beauty of collecting. Absolutely, bro. See, tight cruncher, tight crusher. I wouldn't pay $2 for a Pal World card. It's subjective, bro. Dude, Pal World is going off, pack. By the way, congratulations. I heard you sold your case. Vegan Pop Tart was apparently going to go in and buy the last box or so. So congratulations on selling off. See, you had to hold it for a week. Actually, it was less than a week, I think. You already moved off of it. Made a nice little penny. So yeah, dude, Power World's doing numbers though. It's doing numbers. People are excited for it. I'm with you, bro. More auctions, more action than my slabs. Power World to the moon. Get on or get out. But I'm with you. 200 tops. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like Danny has mentioned that Meowth has been really popular in deck building, and people are spending that extra money to bling it out, which I don't agree with. Yeah, dude, I think that's goofy. Like, if you're just using it to play competitive and there's no competitive advantage, like why? But To each its own, man. To each its own. The N Zoroark is sick. I do like. So I'm not a huge fan of N, and I'm not a huge fan of Zoroark. There's some good cards like back in Shining Legends. They had a Zoroark GX, which I think looks way better than this Zoroark. For me personally, I know this is like Kingdom Hearts or what is the game? I think it's Kingdom Hearts. I might be wrong though, but I know people like it. I do prefer this than the Journey Together one. I'm not a huge fan of the Journey Together one, but yeah, man, like that's a beautiful thing, right? And then my boy Blab, I don't know where he's at. It's all good, but Stevens Metagross, he loves Stevens Metagross. I think that this card is fucking ugly. I wish that this was a shiny Metagross, and I wish they put Steven behind the Metagross to make the Metagross more of a focal point. Um, but dude, I wouldn't pay $10 for that card. So, it's a personal preference. But then, like, here's the thing. Maybe I'm crazy. This Mega Gengar, bro, if I had a money tree where I could just go collect money out of, $100 bills, I would gladly pay $100 for this card. I think this card is way better than the Mega Gengar SIR. And I think that long term it's going to do better than the Mega Gengar SIR. So, I've got it. It's right here. It's beautiful and I love it, right? It's an absolutely beautiful card and I pulled it when my kids pulled it. So, I'm very grateful to them for pulling that card. It's the way it is, bro. Poor Ferrari looks special needs. He did, bro. They did him so dirty. Like, why? Why do they have to do that? And then Mega Meganium too, like this. Why? This is. I tell you what. Shout out to Korean. I think he said it because of the Lucario. This stupid attack action pose with the greens and the yellows. It's so ugly. Just get it off. And then they made its neck just a giant fucking flower. It's I understand its neck is a flower, but its neck is not like it's just bad. It's really bad. That's why he has a helmet on. 100%. 100%. I didn't see that until just a minute ago. That is, yeah, Mega for Alligator is mega special for sure. Power World was a good quick play. Hey, well, the booster boxes were a quick play, but the singles are actually starting to climb. So, um, but hey, man, I'm just having a fun time, right? I'm just having a fun time. Honestly, I love looking. I love looking at these ugly little boxes. And I'll tell you what, let's go full screen for a second. Oh, hold on, I gotta go full screen. Let me get. Let me do this. Which box do you guys think looks better? Just from like a collection wise, right? I think this little box right here, the Dawn of Palpagos Power World box, not even misprint, looks way better than this black box. Where you gotta turn it sideways to see Pokemon. Just me personally, though. I still love Pokemon. And here, let's do something better. Let's do this. Okay. Here's your Pokemon box, right? Here's your booster box. You come home, you look at it every single day. It's a black box. It's got really cool waves. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do it better because I don't like crapping on Chaos Rising. Give me a second. Where is here we go. Here we go. I felt dirty hating on Chaos Rising. I'm not actually trying to hate on Chaos Rising. Here we go. Pitch black. Y'all see this? Pitch black box, right? Just a black box with the pitch black logo. Here you go. Disney Lorcana. Whispers in the Well. Which box looks better? Just better, collection wise. Which one's going to bring you more joy looking on your shelf? This one brings me more joy. One more comparison. I know we're losing people. That's fine. I don't care. I'm just being honest. Oh no, my pitch black got slit. Something cut my pitch black box. Damn. Well, I'm gonna have to buy another pitch black box. You'll see that slit? It's got a slit on it, so it's not near mint. But Again, comparison wise, here's your pitch black, Attack of the Vine. Which box looks better? Monsters Inc. Purple. It looks way better. So I'm just saying, like, you can look at it from different points of views. Collection wise, doesn't always have to be like, I'm just having fun looking at my boxes, except for my pitch black. I might have to rip that box now. Let's see. In person, the Frugality is pretty hard. Nah, bro, it's ass. I don't care. Steven, get the fuck behind. Absolutely, bro. I would buy 40 copies of the Gengar MAR if I was rich. Absolutely. I watched George get down to the last four. I wasn't going to let him sit on them. If they sat, I would have just grabbed them. Rumors, Power World reprints not until late next year. Dude, yep. I've heard that as well. Dead TCG. Your daughter pulled that Gengar. It's so good, bro. It's so good. Oh, vegan bought them all? Oh, dang. Looks like Arby's roast beef. For real, dude. For real. The streaking lines need to go. Yep. Yep. For sure, bro. I will sell it to you for 95. You have what? Pitch black? I have to buy one. We might have to crack open a box. It's sealed. Actually, it's not sealed. Y'all see that slit on there? I might have to crack open a box. Yeah, Pokemon box game. Yep, for sure. All I have on my shelf right now is figurines. Oh, you made a video? I didn't see that. I didn't get to watch the video today. I was watching the Lorcana Lorecast about collector booster boxes. But yeah, dude, I'm bummed. My pitch black box has a it got slit. It slit itself. I may have to crack that open. May have to crack it open. If it's got a tear, then it's a rip. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And, we may have to do it. We may have to rip it. I don't have a good camera though. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared, guys. I don't know. I may have to talk to Pack Hype, see how he does it. It's unfortunate. I'll have to buy another one at some point. Good thing it's not going anywhere. Rip. Yeah, I gotta I don't even have like a stand in here either. This was not prepared at all. How's Surging doing? Good question. Let's see. Surging Sparks. Good night. I love you. Sweet dreams. That's why I keep ripping it. I do need the slow, bro. I've not pulled. I'm like 30 packs in to Pitch Black and Chaos Rising, and I've not pulled a single illustration rare. I'm due. Up almost 10% over the last month. Oh, sorry, last 3 months. Up 2% over the last month. So most recent sale, 270. Is that true? Let's check it out. 270, 270, 302, 294, 297. Let's see what we got. Yep, 300 and $304 will get you a Surging Sparks booster box. So we have cracked 300, continuing to go up, surging to the moon. Remember when it was like 250? We got the Butthole Pikachu. Let's check out near mint condition. That's it's crazy. 3 months holding pretty strong, 12%, not too bad. 1 month it is down 16% though. So we went from 353 down to 290. Is that right? Most recent sale 293. Dang. Okay, we are down. We're down a little bit, guys. We're down $50. $50 for that card. Latios, come on. I need you going down, baby. I don't need you going back up. 174, most recent sale, 172. We went down to 174. We're not moving. I need us down to 150. Good night, Split Earth. Hope you have a great night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Surging is going to shock people. Yep, absolutely, bro. I feel bad. I have had two dark, one out of one booster box, four bundles, no more Pecco. I could buy it, but want to pull the damn card. Yeah, you could really pull it. You pull it with all right, Pack. See you later, buddy. Yeah, you should buy from Pack Hype. He'll take your dark eyes and your gold cards for his more Pecco. My low tick, 129. Yeah, dude. Surging's holding. Surging's really holding. I'm not surprised. People know what's up with surging. 122 for it. Not too shabby. See, the problem is now I want to rip this box, but I don't have a good camera angle. So it's going to look like dog shit. That's the problem. But I do really want to rip it, though. I'm going to rip it. Hate the gold cards. I think Pitch Black is going to have some really shaky legs here in the future. Bro, Pitch Black is going to go down to like 120 bucks, maybe even lower. We have to wait and see. I don't know if the days of $100 booster boxes are over with. At least sub 100, I think those might be done with, but maybe like 100 is like the low low. We're really just gonna have to wait and see. There's so much up in the air. Holy cow, Journey Together is going down. Why is it, but the enhanced? Why is the enhanced going down when it's not getting any more reprints? At least right now. In the last 3 months, we went from 278 down to 250. Okay, so it's really not down very much. It said 249. Yeah, 249 for this box for the enhanced version. But then the non-enhanced 298. Most recent sale 298. It's up 1% over the last 3 months. It's just holding. That doesn't make any sense. You don't think that most people don't know about the booster boxes not being enhanced? Dude, he did. He pulled the freaking Peter Pan. Beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful card. I don't know, man. Now I just want to rip that box. I just want to rip it. Do you guys even care? Like, do you guys want to see me opening the box, or can I just rip it and then let you guys know if I pull anything? Random Dollar General today got 3 Black Bolt White Flare poster boxes for 22. I couldn't believe. I've heard a lot of Dollar Generals. Um, I know a lot of Dollar Generals are actually getting a pretty healthy amount of the Black Ball White Flare poster boxes. Which I mean, honestly, for 22 bucks, it's not terrible. How many packs is it though? The poster boxes, aren't they like three packs? Is it 4 packs? Let me see. It's not the binder. Where's the poster? Yeah, no. How many packs? Oh, it's 4 packs. It's not terrible. I mean, what is that? Like $5 a pack? That's pretty good. We know because we're autistic about this shit. That's true, bro. We don't matter. Open it with your daughter. That's a lot of packs to enjoy. That is true. I appreciate you, drunk. Imagine I pull a dark eye though. That would be some crazy shit. Let me look. I need to look at Pitch Black. What do I want from Pitch Black? I know I want the slow bro. I want the slow bro. I want the Goldeen, the Whale Lord. The Demise would be pretty cool too. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'd be okay with the more Pecco. but I don't want the Chandelure or the Mega Zeraora. We'll see. I was happy. Ripped one and got nothing. Yeah. Well, hey, but you know what though? I don't know, Vegan, if you saw the video I did. It's not the greatest video. If not, go look at Black Ball White Flare. You know, there's a ton of great value inside of Black Ball White Flare. Absolute. The illustration rares, a lot of them are quite valuable. The SIRs are awesome. A lot of them are quite valuable as well. There's a ton when it comes to Black Ball White Flare. So, but it's not the easiest set to get stuff from either. Yeah, there's not much. Yeah, that's literally it. It would be the Darkrai, Morpeko, I'd be okay with. Misty's Vitality, I would like that. Slowbro, Goldeen, Wailord, and Demise. I think that's it. That's about it. Looks awesome in person. I believe it, bro. I believe it. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Demise as far as a Pokemon, but it does look like a pretty cool card. I honestly, the Goldeen is probably the top. Eh, yeah, for me, Goldeen is the top illustration rare, and then the Slowbro, and then the Demise. But hey, at least you pulled something. Like I said, I keep pulling the Mega Chandelure EX, just the well, the EX, the normal version. That's I pulled like 5 of those. Black Ball White Flare is absolutely goaded. I wanna take a look, though. Let me take a look at Paldean Fates. I wanna see what this Bubble Mew's going for. I heard it went to 1,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's go most recent sale, 430. Chinese, 430. 924. 910. Let's see what you can buy it for. 917. Let's That's a terrible picture. Looks like it's got a little dent in the corner. But still though, I mean, that's almost $100 off. Here's another Mew. Looks pretty clean. Little possibly it's probably top to bottom heavy. Left to right doesn't look too bad. The back doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little bit of whitening for 925. So people are dumping it for about 100 bucks. 100 bucks cheaper. Darkrai's for trade for Sun and Moon secret rares and to finish my fossil set. That's awesome. Yeah. No, if I pulled the Darkrai, to be honest, if I pulled the Darkrai, I would keep it. I just keep it. You know, I know it's gonna go down, but I'll just keep the card. It's okay with me. I think like I said, I think it's cool. So I would keep it. And the more Pecco, I'd probably I don't know. I'm sure I could work out a trade with somebody. Somebody would want the more Pecco. But yeah, like if I got left with the Zeraora, I'd sell the Zeraora. There's, I would rather get some mega attack rares from Ascended Heroes or like the Psyduck. Honestly, I'd rather get the Psyduck than um, that card. Just not a huge fan. Holy cow, that can't be right. Is that right? No. Okay, I was about to say Spanish 500. They got to stop doing that. By the way, 700. What was this card at not too long ago? 880 to 700. We're almost down 200 bucks. Huh, interesting. This card. Where do y'all think this card gets to? Realistically speaking, like bear market. They've reprinted Phantasmal Flames. Where do you guys think this card gets to? This is probably the most expensive. Well, that's not true. The Sunbreon would be the most expensive. I would pay like 300 bucks for this card. Crazy to think that card was 40. Oh, yeah, Bubble Mew? Yeah, that was the biggest mistake everybody's made. 30, $40 all the way to 900. Insane. Oh, yeah, Brandon, you've got a couple Bubble Mews and probably some Charizards. You think 600's the lowest? Like, lowest ever? I mean, we're sitting at 694. We're down $200. I think we could, if we're already down $200 since what, June, July, August? So like 2 months, we're down $200. I think we could go lower than 600 for sure. Oh, if I pull the Darkrai, I'm keeping it for sure. I won't. I'll probably pull the freaking Zeraora card that I can't stand, or the Mega Chandelure. That would be the other card I pull. That ugly ass Mega Chandelure card. 3 to 400. Umbreon will remain king. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's right, Korean. You did pull that card. Lucky you. I wanted to pull this card. I wanted to chase it, but it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to buy it at some point. Wonder how many sitting. Well, let's take a look on eBay. Fuck it. We'll take a look on eBay and see what we got. Mega Charizard XEX PSA 10. Let's see how many we have. Let's do first. We're gonna see most recent sales. 3,200. Doesn't make any sense. Why would someone pay 3,200? And then we have the same day 1,600. 2,500, 19. People are fucking so stupid. Why are people so dumb? 3,250, 3,250, 2,000. Why are people so dumb? People are just fucking idiots. I don't get it. There is currently total pop 49,450. So almost 50,000 of these Charizards. PSA 10 is 29,548. So almost 30,000, almost 50,000. I'm going to assume PSA is at 15 million. You cut that in half just to say that's 7.5. I don't know, 100,000 like total PSA pop. I mean, there's a crap ton out there. There's so much out there. That's insane. Insane. Canadian brain, whatever that converts to. So 600's the lowest. Let me ask ChatGPT. What does that? I don't even know. I don't even know what that means. Let's see. Sorry, I don't want to do that. 600 Canadian to USD. $432.39. So you're saying about 400. Yeah, you're $400. I think it could go. I think it could go lower than 400. I do. I think it's like 350 in like bear market. Hear about the collector booster boxes? Sure did, Chew. Absolutely. There's 6 cards, one in each card. There's 6 cards for the new rarity per set, and each one has 23 out of that specific card. So there's like 100 and what is it, 30 or 140 per set. They're going to be absolutely insane. The collector boosters are going to go stupid. But I am happy that they're not affecting the booster boxes. The whole PSA backlogging right after Ascended Heroes comes out. I'm genuinely curious to see. Dude, I am telling you guys this. We got to go full screen for this. I'm telling you guys this. When PSA gets caught up, we are going to go into a junk wax slab era. These slabs are going, people are going to get fucking wrecked their faces are going to be ripped off when this backlog gets done, bro. There's going to be so much of this ultra modern Mega Charizards, Trikachus, Derpichus, Mewtwo's, Psyducks, Mega Attack Rares, like all of these top chase cards. And then you're going to have a bunch of these stupid people that sent in $2 hollows because they thought they're going to be worth like $100, like the Charizard EX, the the normal EX from Phantasmal Flames that was selling for $100 for like a $2 card. There's going to be so much bullshit. Like slabs are going to get fucking trashed, and then singles are going to get wrecked right behind it. Probably, probably. Did I see the collector booster revealed? I did, yeah, for sure. People are paying way too much money for the cards right now. Absolutely, sheesh. Absolutely, people are literally retarded, and there's more coming. Absolutely. Good night, Thomas. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I would stay far, 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 far away from slabs. Unless you're like a business, right? You don't have a choice, but they can buy at 70, 60, 50%, of what they're currently going for right now. Let's do Mega Gengar. Let's see. EX 284, PSA 10. Let's see what these are doing. I bet you there's probably 30,000 of these already graded. Let's pull this up. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you to the 12 people that have been hanging out. I think we're gonna go a little bit shorter tonight. We're probably gonna go probably about another 14 minutes, and then we'll be back tonight for another live. We'll go as long as you guys are hanging out and having a good time. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the live. Let's see, we got 21.99, 2251, 2145. Yeah, I mean it's like anywhere from 2150 to 2250. So not too much of a difference. I mean, it's down quite a bit. Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong quite a bit. Sorry. Total pop right now 12,250. PSA 10 pop 7,798. So, um, not anywhere close to the 30,000, but look at what the Charizard's doing. Of course, it's harder to pull the Mega Gengar than the Charizard, but a lot of these ultra modern cards, they're still going to be like 50,000 total pop. It's not hard to grade this card though. So there's probably a shit ton of these sitting at PSA. Let's look at the Pikachu from Ascended Heroes. Let's see what that one's doing. Holding a little bit strong, a little bit stronger. Is there a little bit of a separation? Nope, not at all. A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit more expensive. So 2,325, 2,375, 2,275. Looks like here's one at 2,500 with zero bids. So that one wasn't completed. 2,500, 870 for the Derpy Chew. Love to see that. Let's take a look at the Derpy Chew after this one. 10,180 total pop, 6,345. So still, whatever those gem rates, that's a 75% gem rate for the Gengar. What is the Trikachu, Brandon? Probably about the same, right? About a 75 for that one as well. I mean, these gem rates have been holding around the 70, 80% the whole entire time. Um, we got the Derpy Chew, 6,181 total pop, PSA 10, 3,479. So easily, what is that? 3,500, 6,000. You're looking at it. That's probably about actually, that's a little bit, that's like a 64 or probably like a 60%, somewhere around there, maybe 62, 63%. So still though, I mean, you got better than a 50-50 shot. I took in some crazy One Piece slaps today, including PSA 10 Luffy leader from Romance Dawn. I've heard One Piece is booming again, so pay more than 500 for that PSA 10. I agree, bro. I agree. No, you're good, Korean guy. It's just the number. Like we were, I think the highest we got, which is fine, it was like 18, and we've had people drop off. We're at 9 tonight. Some people haven't been here, so like I enjoy hanging out with you guys, but I still got like I gotta be a responsible father. So you know, it's nothing you guys are doing wrong. I'm very appreciative to you guys, but it's just a little bit of a slower night, which is fine. It ain't no big deal. Everyone's watching Lorcana talking about what's been going on with Lorcana. So, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna rip open this pitch black box because it's got a rip in it, and I'm gonna rip it open with my daughter, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully, we get the Darkrai. It's been a while since I've hit a big card, but I'll let you guys know tonight what we pull. Happened before all this ended was there was some ascended submitted, but yeah, I mean they're really far behind. Let me see. I know there's a PSA backlog tracker. Yeah, here it is. Let's see if they're still at 15,000. Updates bi-weekly. Okay, so they're pretty much at like 12,000. 11,000 11.85 million. So I appreciate it, LeChonk, for sure. I mean, we probably won't hit anything, but it doesn't hurt to hope for the best. Like I said, the Dark Eye would be the best. The SIR, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, you know what? Honestly, all that matters is that tomorrow, me and the kiddos have a great time ripping open packs. That's all that matters. Even if I don't pull, it's one of the boxes that there's no SIR, and I don't pull anything. My daughter's gonna love it. She's gonna have a blast. She loves Pokemon. She absolutely loves Pokemon. Like I've tried Lorcana with her, and she does not care anything for the Lorcana opening experience wise. But Pokemon, like I came home the other day with the Series 2, and I said, "Hey, you want to open up some Pokemon?" She's like, "Yeah." And like I said, hopefully we'll just have fun. That's all it's about. I'm not worried about it. I got it from MSRP. It's been a while since I ripped open a box. Mm, I appreciate you guys being understanding of not doing an opening. We will do openings at some point later on when things settle down. But I would have done one, but I appreciate you guys being understanding of having a good time with the kids. The Pikachu, I agree, bro. I really do. 64, Pikachu's 55. I think those serialized cards are going to be bad long term. I think anything serialized is bad. I don't care what it is. One Piece, Pokemon, Lorcana, Pal World. I just think the serialized collector booster boxes are terrible. I don't like them. It's really what it is. It's the companies a lot of the time, especially like when it comes to Lorcana. It's just companies being greedy, trying to charge more because it doesn't cost them like at all any more money to make serialized cards, but then they can charge way more. So hopefully Pokemon never does it. I know people are talking about Pokemon with the Muse being serialized, even though they're not serialized, they're like the closest thing Pokemon will get to serialized is the 1 in 10,000 packs or whatever the case may be. But I hope Pokemon doesn't keep doing that shit either, to be honest with you. I hope not every specialty set we get from now on has these super rare special 1 in 10,000, if that is what it is, cards. I don't like that. All right, Vegan. Appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for coming by. Probably. I'm probably gonna get the Zeraora or the Gwen or the Chandelier. Yeah, for sure. I'm not here to see more cars and see lots. Bro, I don't know how you do. I mean, let me ask you this question, drunk. Are you still like passionate about cards, or have you just with running your own LGS, you don't have any time to play? I know that you said that you collect One Piece cards for your wife, which I think is super cool. I just feel like at some point people start their businesses because they love the TCG or your TCGs in general, cards in general, and then you just see so much crap that you just like it's just it takes over you, right? You got to make money, you got to worry about paying bills, paying other people. Like you just get to a point you don't care. Serialized Pokemon cards would crush my soul. Yeah, dude. They just don't need to do it. That's what it comes down to. Pokemon doesn't need to I don't I'm sure it's gonna happen eventually, but, like, there's so much that Pokemon could do differently than serialized cards. They didn't even this Mew, they don't even have to do the Mew to be able to sell the 30th anniversary. The 30th anniversary was good enough as it is, and if they wanted to throw something cool in, like a chase, they could have done a remake of the Poncho Pikachus, you know? Like, they could have done, like, a Poncho Gengar and people would have gone crazy for that. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Pokemon, there's so many different things that they can do, and they kind of keep it fresh with all the different eras. We had XY, which was megas, the introduction of megas. Now we're back into the mega block. They've done all kinds of new megas that people are seeing, and now people want the Mega Blastoise and the Mega Houndoom, the Mega Alakazam. Like the Primal Kyogres, the Primal Groudons. There's so many different megas they can do. And then next thing you know, they're gonna do tag teams, right? Like th- they their Pokemon is very special when it comes to that. There are so many things that all they have to do is just bring it back and revamp it. And I don't ever see Pokemon doing serialized. At least I hope not. Um, but yeah, if they keep doing this specialty set bullshit, like us poor people are never gonna get specialty sets. Imagine Pokemon just embraced Power World and did a collab set of tag teams. That will never happen. That will never happen. Korean, get that out of your head. Don't even think about it. That's never happening. I can promise you that. Definitely, I don't time to play. I try wargaming when I can. I get my joy from others' joy to sell cards. I've had to detach from them so I don't feel shitty for selling. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I think that's just what it comes down to is you start something because you love it, and then you do like I know Pack Hype, he had his whole collection. He sold out of his collection for the 30th and to be able to get more capital. DJ, I was watching DJ one of DJ's lives about like I guess pretty much he's saying that the market's crashing or not crashing, but like the bull run's over, that we're close to the end of like the hype cycle. Like we're just the bear market's coming. And people were asking him, does he collect any slabs or cards? And he even said, no, he doesn't do that anymore either. When he used to, he used to have cards in his collection. So it's very interesting. And that's one thing. Like, if I ever am lucky enough to have my own business and selling cards, I hope that I don't ever get to that point. I don't think that I ever would, but you do hear that a lot of the time, and I get why people have to do that because otherwise you don't sell anything and you go out of business and you go bankrupt with all kinds of cards, and sealed product. I feel like the serialized Pokemon cards is when the IP is at its lowest point ever. Yeah, but dude, even when it's at its lowest, I don't think that um, I think there's so many things they can draw from. 90% of the cereals will somehow be in people's hands 2 months before the set releases. Very, very true. Very, very true. Absolutely. It'll never make it in the hands of normies like us. No, it will not. No, for sure. That's yeah, Pokemon's gotta get a handle on this shit. Like, they gotta, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, they go to distro and they're like, "Do not send this to anybody. We want the 30th because it's a scheduled release for the whole entire world. We don't want any of this getting out until release day. What do you think is gonna happen?" And then it happens, and what are they doing about it? Nothing. Like, there has been nobody arrested, nobody sued, nothing. They're just not doing anything about it. Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. Here, I put a pic in the Discord, random shit channel. Okay, cool, bro. I'll check it out. I know a lot of people like Warhammer as well. Warhammer seems to be very popular. for like figurines and collecting, like and painting and stuff like that. So I don't know. Very interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 10 of you guys that are in here, drunk, Korean, Ludwig, vegan, Pack, Roxy Boxy, if you're still here, Lechonk, I'm pretty sure I said Lechonk, um, drunk as always, Chew, Thomas, Lambo, he like humped and dumped real freaking quick too. He was in here for like a second. He bounced. Anyways, all you guys that came in, I appreciate you guys. Early night for us, 2 hours. Hopefully tomorrow we have a little bit of a longer stream. I will keep you guys updated tomorrow. And yeah, I appreciate you guys very much. Y'all have a great freaking rest of your night. Have a great Saturday. And I will see you guys later tonight. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have fun collecting. Talk to you guys later. Bye.